Hey, Connor. How you doing?
Good, you?
Sorry, first question, I just want to ask you about Darnell's back on the ice. I guess how important is he to your team, and how good is it to see him skating again and probably having him for game one tomorrow?
Yeah, he's a big part of our team, no doubt. I thought he looked good today. We'll see how he feels. But obviously we miss him a lot when he's not in the lineup, and but if that's not the case, then we've got guys that can step in.
You're going into the playoffs relatively healthy. I guess how important is that? You're not limping in, banged up, but you guys are relatively healthy. Playoffs, injuries happen in the playoffs, obviously. How important is that heading into this series?
Yeah, you want to be healthy. And like you said, we're relatively healthy. There's teams that are dealing with some stuff, but luckily we're not one of those teams. But anything can happen. It's going to take a full lineup of guys, and guys that are not even in the lineup. They'll get their chance too. So it takes everybody.
And you guys were favored the last two playoff series. Obviously, didn't go your way. What can you learn from the one against Chicago, the one against Winnipeg, taken into this one against Los Angeles?
Well, I mean, it's the playoffs. I wouldn't say there's, a favorite or anything like that. I think it's anything can happen. We certainly know that. We definitely know that you got to come ready to play right from game one, and it can go by quick. We saw that last year. So we definitely like where we're at. Confident with our group. That's all we can hope for going into game one.
Connor, it would seem one of the most reliable aspects of your guys' game the last few months has been your even strength play. How much confidence does that give you as a group heading into the postseason where penalties disappear a little bit, and that's really what you have to lean on?
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be power plays either way, and we're confident in that aspect of the game too. But I think our 5-on-5 game has really taken a step forward since Woody and Mance has got here. So definitely confident playing any type of game. So whatever.
Mike Smith was talking about the level of detail that Jay puts forward for you guys, and coming out of video meetings, you're all kind of nodding like, it makes sense. How much has his messaging to you guys really been what you were needing?
Yeah, I mean, he's a great systems coach, but I think he's a great communicator as well. He certainly makes it clear what he wants out there and the type of game he expects, and I think all the guys certainly agree with him and everything that he says. So it's nice that everyone's on the same page, and we're not going out there playing a game that we don't really believe in. We certainly believe in the system and believe in Woody and believe in each other.
Connor, in the playoffs, is it the players' show, or does the coach have to tell the players an awful lot? I presume you don't want to be overcoached, because once you get to the playoffs, it's all emotion and getting your stuff going.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of emotion that goes into it, but I think there's still lots of coaching that goes into it too. There's going to be in-game adjustments. There's going to be game-to-game adjustments. Matchups and all that stuff. There's still tons of coaching that goes on. So we certainly believe in our coach, and obviously. But when it comes down to it, obviously the players got to go out there and play and do our thing.
What will it be like? I know you play against players on the other team. What will it be like playing against Todd McClelland, who had a lot of success with you in 16-17?
Yeah. He has that team playing a very detailed game. Everyone's bought in on their side, and they play a really structured game and don't give up a ton. And we certainly understand that it's going to be low-scoring games, tight checking, one-goal games. It's going to be that type of hockey. So I have a ton of respect for Todd and his coaching style and what he's done over there.
Thank you.
Connor, this is a dramatically different team than the one you've had the last couple of years. Evander Kane, Zach Hyman, Fogle, Ryan, and then the experience with guys like Keith and Cece. Just a thought on maybe the fact that you are a different team, and it's a far deeper team that's going to maybe allow you to have a little bit different look 5v5.
Yeah, we're definitely a different team. Personnel obviously is one thing. I think just that level of belief, is high. you know, with how the last couple of months have gone and how we've scratched and clawed our way to not only a playoff spot, but, you know, starting at home. And, yeah.
Connor, just one for me. You were just asked about Todd McLellan. I just wonder, in your mind, what's the biggest difference between Jay and Todd? Because there, you know, there's a lot of similarities between the two. What's the biggest difference that you've found between them?
Yeah, I mean, they come from the same style of coaching, I would say. You know, Woody definitely, you know, learned a lot from Todd, and I think, I mean, I guess he would have to speak for himself, but, you know, he definitely has taken some things from Todd, but, you know, he's put his own touch on things as well, and you know, obviously we don't necessarily play the same system, so they believe in some different things, but, you know, they're pretty similar in a lot of aspects and a little different in ways too.
Connor, just to follow up on Bob's question, obviously it's a different team on the ice, but the core's been here for a few years. Is there a different mojo, a different mindset, or maybe more sense of confidence heading into this year's playoffs?
I mean, we know what to expect. You know, we've played in these games. You know, it's not our first time in the playoffs. You know, we've, you know, call it whatever you want, the bubble, but it was a playoff series, and, you know, we've been in the playoffs 3 years in a row now. Obviously, we haven't had the success that we're looking for, but, you know, I think we learned lessons in all of them, and now it's time to put those lessons to use. I just think a sense of calm around the group. You know, whereas years before, you know, I think there was maybe some anticipation or excitement that was maybe got in the way. So, yeah.
Is that a sign of maturation from the group as a whole?
I would say so.